Good morning. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's bright and early Sunday morning. We're getting ready to go to church. As you can see, baby girl and I are ready and about to leave. We're just waiting for my hubby to be ready as well so he can order in our Uber and we can leave. But the agenda for today is to actually go to church, and after church go do some grocery shopping. I remember a few videos back I asked you guys if you wanted to see my whole grocery list and the whole process of getting groceries and putting everything together, and one of you commented and said yes, they would love to do that. But the whole process actually begins from me getting inventory from what I have left, so I can easily come up with a grocery list of the things that I actually need other than just impulse purchasing or buying. So when I went through my pantry, I saw what I had and what I didn't have, and I noted that down. I also went through my fridge to see what we have left and what we might need, and also wrote that down. So today that is all we are going to be doing. I want to take you guys to the market with me, but I don't know how that is going to go because the weather does not look nice at all. However, after we do the grocery shopping, I'm also hoping to bring you guys back home with me so we can do a grocery haul and also do a fridge and pantry reset. Yeah, so that's the whole plan for today. How are you guys doing? I am so glad to see you, so glad to be back. I'm so glad to have you guys on my channel. Thank you guys so much for the love. It humbles me so much to see how much people actually relate with me, how much people actually find these things that I post on here very helpful. It humbles me, and glory goes back to God. Apart from that, how was your week, you guys, and how are you preparing for your next week? As for me, honestly, the first thing I want to do is get my groceries ready, because as a mom that has started working out, I am not looking at my diet as much, and that is affecting my progress. When I look at myself, yes, there is progress, but it could be better if I was putting in the effort to also look after my diet and make sure I'm eating the right things for my body. So yeah, that is my next goal for this week, to at least put in some effort to make sure I am eating right for this cause, so I do not miss out on any of my progress. My plan for next week is to make sure we are eating right and everything is planned ahead of time, so I don't have to indulge or to over compromise. I am seeing the progress, it is there, but I need to do better. Yeah, if that makes sense, I need to do better. Anyway, before we step out, I want to give you guys an OOTD for my baby girl. Here we go. Mama, show them a nice dress for church. We've got her nice cute dress, her bow right there. Hi, say hi to the fam. Getting our last feed in before we actually head to church, so we can have minimal disturbance here and there. The plan was to have you guys come spend the Sunday with us, but we're supposed to go grocery shopping and all after church, but that did not happen because the weather was not as good. I remember we ended church, came back home, and then of course my hubby offered to go do the groceries by himself while I waited at home cleaning the fridge and getting it all nice and ready for these groceries that he was bringing. Cleaning the fridge is one of the things that I do not enjoy doing, but I have to do because in one way or another we need to keep our food in a clean fridge. Anyway, I start by removing every leftover food that we have, fruit whatsoever. I go ahead and clean the containers. One thing about me is when my containers are empty, I make sure I keep them clean in the fridge and then wipe down the fridge nice and easy. In case you're curious with what I actually use to wipe down my fridge in my concoction, I would love and usually and normally have water, baking soda and vinegar. But since I didn't have any on this particular day, I just ended up using some water and a little bit of soap to help with all those food stains so they can easily come off. One of the ways you can stay eating clean and keeping your body healthy is by prepping your food in advance so that you do not overcompromise trying to pick each and everything that you can have that comes easy along your way. So that is what I'm trying to do this week, and hopefully the rest of the month, the year, and finally my whole life. It all starts with a little tiny habits that later become your actual behavior and part of you for the rest of your life. Anyway, just here to remind us that the Lord has blessed us with good, able and very healthy bodies that we need to properly steward. One of the ways we can steward our bodies, which are also the temple of the Lord, is by watching what we eat, not overindulging, and also saying no to gluttony, which is a very big sin according to the Bible. The other way we can steward our bodies so we can stay strong and healthy to be able to do the Lord's work is by doing regular exercises or just doing regular movements so we can keep our bodies active. Let me know down below what you guys do to actually keep your bodies very active and strong, and also what you use to clean your fridges. For me, before I got pregnant, the gym was my best friend, but right after giving birth, I did not have the luxury and the time to always be at the gym. So I usually do the YouTube 10-minute workouts, and so far they are working so well. If you need any recommendations, let me know in the comment section and I'll be glad to share. Anyway, after cleaning the inside part of the fridge, I then moved to the outside part. Then after worked my way to the freezer, and just like that, that is how everything turned out, super nice and clean. And so I decided to return back everything that we had inside, including the meats and the sausages deep down in the deep freezer over there. The next section is the ice cube section, and then the other part is the fridge part. Just like that, everything was nice and done. I was so happy with how it turned out, and the next part was for me to give you guys a grocery haul before we get into preparing everything that we got and putting everything in order. Good morning, you guys. It is the next day. I could not finish everything yesterday because we had a lot going on. I ended up finishing to clean the fridge a little later, and I could not go into the groceries yet, so I decided to just lay them out here in the kitchen, and then tomorrow it will be the first thing I do, which is actually today, the next day. So after I lay down baby girl for her morning nap, her mid-morning nap, because she really took so long to nap today. It had a lot to do, but thank God I managed to lay her down for her morning nap. I want to give you guys a quick haul before I move into prepping these things for the week. I've always shared on here that I love intentional eating, but after I got pregnant and had baby and had to do all the breastfeeding, I kind of fell out of intentional eating. But now that I'm getting back into my fitness journey, into my fitness walk, I want to get back into intentional eating again, and that is why we are going through this episode of our wellness journey. There is a lot going on over here. I don't know if you guys can like have a look. There is more down this side, which I will be showing you guys in a few. But for now, let me begin with what I actually see here as the very first thing, which is ginger. We love ourselves a good ginger shot. So these I'm going to be mainly using to make ginger shots, but also if I was a very good tea drinker, this would be really good in tea. And also for preserving juices, you know, every time you make juices and you intend to keep them in a fridge for a very long time, it is good to add ginger because it acts as a preservative. The next thing I see here is beetroot, and we got 3 of these because it can take us through at least 2 weeks to a month depending on how much we are having our beetroot juice. I love beetroot. My girl is winning, if you guys do not know, and she loves her juices. I'm excited for her to try this beetroot juice because it will be the first time she is having it. Mostly this is going to be for juices. We also got some mangoes, a number of them, because in the juices we love to use mango as a sweetener. We try not to use artificial sugars as much, but where we fail, of course, compromise. But in case we don't have to compromise, mango is a good fruit sweetener. Also, my girl loves her juice, and I'm making juice for all of us, me, the baby, and my hubby. So I'm intending not to use sugar in our juices. So mangoes are going to be a very, very good sweetener. The next thing I see is tomatoes over here for making our sauces. I also see some bit of eggplant. We love eggplant. We grew up eating eggplant a lot, and now that I am big old and I can have it in my house, makes me so excited. I'm happy to make some sauces with that eggplant and also explore something different that I've not had before, but that I can make with eggplant. The other thing that I'm excited about that we have here is onion, a lot of it. We also have garlic. If you don't know, garlic is good for your sauces, and it's also good for your detox juices in case you are a fan of those. We also have some carrot going over here. Carrot I basically love for my sauces, but I also love to add it in my passion fruit juice because it gives it some nice vibrant color, and it also helps with its taste. So I love carrot for that. So I'll be mixing it either in my passion fruit juices or in my glow drinks, which are also the ginger shots. You can add some carrots in there as well. I also see some cucumber over here, the baby cucumbers, but I love them either way. I'm so excited to get back into eating cucumber, you guys, because I love myself a good salad, and that is what cucumber does. It gives you a good base for a salad. So I'm excited for that, and the first salad I'm going to try is actually spaghetti salad or macaroni salad that has cucumber in it. The next thing I see here is peppers, and we got 3 different kinds of peppers. We got the yellow bell pepper, the red bell pepper, and the blue bell pepper. These will be used in the sauces because they help a lot with giving you that vibrant color in your sauces. They are also very nutritious, and they also add flavor into the sauces. So these I'm excited for so much. The other thing that I see here is actually sour soap, or brother hearts, depending on how you call it. This is good for juices. We add this into our juices. It also acts as a sweetener in the juices. If you like, you can just eat it as it is, but we love it for the juices more. Over here, I also see some oranges. These we're going to add into our juices as well. And for eating as a snack, we also did get some lemons over here. We are fans of lemons. We love that so much. And then we have passion fruit over here for, of course, the juices. We have 2 types. The local, very local one, and then the artificial one. Both are good, both are tasty. I just love them. And then moving on to our greens, we have spinach for my green juices. For our greens, we got spinach. These I'm going to be using in my green juices, especially. I'm not going to cook these as sauce. These are for my green detox juices. We also got some celery for the same purpose, which is this over here. I do love myself a nice celery, and this is so big. It has celery stalks as well. These you can add into your soups to give it good flavor and color. Celery is really good for you and for your body. It's super nutritious. That I'll also be using for my green juices. Moving on, we have some lettuce over here. I want to try and pick it, but it is all packed. But there is big old lettuce over there, and that I'm going to enjoy with my wraps, with my burgers, in my salads. I just love everything. My baby girl woke up, and I quickly went to attend to her. But when I returned, I don't know what happened to my sound, but right there, I was showing you guys that we also got some banana. We also got watermelon. I just didn't show it, but it was down there together with the banana. And then I also decided to show you guys some sweet potato. These ones my hubby buys them when they're already peeled to ease my work in the kitchen. All I have to do is to just boil them and then put them in the freezer. If you guys want to see this whole prep process, let me know in the comment section and I'll do it for you. We also got some pineapple and we later make monanansi, which is a Ugandan drink with those pineapple peelings. Also, let me know in the comment section if you guys want to see that. Pumpkin was the other thing that we also included onto the groceries because baby girl is winning and we wanted to make some foods for her, including pumpkin. This will be the very first time she's tasting pumpkin and I know she is going to love it because my girl is a foodie. That is all we have going. And then here I was letting you guys know that I think I'm gonna do the prepping process in the next video because I didn't want this video to be so long. And so until next time, you guys, goodbye. Thank you for watching.